the WWE makes sense. Nothing, right? This shit is impossible for everyday people to follow, right? This shit is made only for the idiot fanboys that buy into every nonsensical thing that happens and watch no matter what, right? So let me get this straight. At the Royal Rumble, Becky Lynch gets beat by Asuka. Not only does she get beat, she taps out to Asuka for the title. So she's beaten, alright? But later on in the evening, she nonsensically sneaks her way into the Royal Rumble at number 28, wins it, and now she's supposed to be in some kind of epic main event, WrestleMania against Ronda Rousey? You're like, how the hell is it supposed to be an epic main event? She just got beat. She just tapped out. How does she look strong? You're like, none of it makes any sense. This is such a mess on so many levels. I mean, imagine if at the Royal Rumble, Stone Cold gets his ass kicked by The Rock. The Rock kicks Stone Cold's ass. But the next night on Raw, Stone Cold challenges Triple H for the world title at WrestleMania. It's like, what the hell? How can you challenge Triple H for the title at WrestleMania? You just got your ass beat by The Rock, right? You can't fight someone else. You need to go avenge your loss. Becky Lynch needs to go re-challenge Asuka for the SmackDown title. That's how fighters think. I remember how UFC fighter Raquel Pennington, she was talking about how she wanted to avenge her losses. Like all the people that beat her, she wants to beat them back. That's how fighters think. All right? How can Becky Lynch live with tapping out to Asuka and now she challenges someone else? That makes no sense. Number 2, since Asuka beat Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble, shouldn't Asuka be the one that gets the WrestleMania main event depending on who the challenger is? How the hell does Becky Lynch tap out at the Royal Rumble, run away to the other champion on Raw, and that match gets the main event at WrestleMania? How the hell does that make any sense? That makes no damn sense. Number 3, how the hell did Becky Lynch even get into the Royal Rumble? I mean, you can't just walk into the Royal Rumble. If Lana was unavailable for that number 28 spot, then that 28 spot is empty. There's no one there. You can't just have Becky Lynch walk in, especially considering she tapped out earlier in the night. If anybody gets that spot, shouldn't it be Asuka who made Becky Lynch tap out? Number 4, Becky Lynch's tough guy, the man gimmick makes no damn sense. I mean, she keeps getting her ass kicked, but she's still trying to act tough. Like, she's still walking like this. Even after she got beat, she looks like a dumbass. I mean, look, Stone Cold was a natural extension of Steve Austin. It came naturally. Becky Lynch is this 130-pound, skinny little orange-haired girl with a steampunk gimmick. Yet there she is, trying to walk like she's a badass. You know, holding her chin up, making that face. She looks like a freaking moron, right? And what does this man gimmick even mean anyways? I mean, if Nia Jax got destroyed at the Men's Royal Rumble, what do you think would have happened to Becky Lynch? And if Becky Lynch is the man, and she tapped out to Asuka, what does that make Asuka? The bigger man? Remember in the Attitude Era when the Dudley Boys would smash people through tables? What do you think would have happened if little 130-pound Becky Lynch slapped Bubba Ray Dudley in the face? What do you think would have happened to her? In my opinion, it's Devon, get the table, right? For this little 130-pound wrestler to walk around like she's Brock Lesnar, even after she gets beat, makes no damn sense. It makes her look delusional. And here's the thing. Becky Lynch acting like a delusional 130-pound tough guy is not the only thing messed about the WWE. The whole freaking thing is messed up. There's nothing for casual fans to follow. There's no consistent storyline to get engaged in. It's just a bunch of random bullshit. Like, Carmella's supposed to be this evil Miss Money villain, and now for some reason she's like a glow girl with Naomi, right? The Bludgeon Brothers got this push with the sledgehammers, and they were destroying the Usos and New Day. Now, all of a sudden, one of them's an environmentalist, and he's acting completely different. Like, as a casual fan, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? There used to be a transition. Bob Backlund in 1994, slowly turning crazy. Before the Mega Powers exploded, Macho Man slowly got jealous. How the hell does Miss Money somehow turn into a glow girl? It makes no damn sense. It's just all a bunch of random bullshit where Finn Balor is suddenly the #1 contender 2 weeks before the Royal Rumble. How the hell is there supposed to be build-up for that? Speaking of Finn Balor, why the hell do these fanboys want Brock Lesnar fighting one little guy after another? I mean, you go on social media and you see all these random fanboys saying things like, you know what? I think Brock Lesnar should only fight little guys like Daniel Bryan from now on. What? What? Brock Lesnar is over 280 pounds. He's a legit former UFC heavyweight champion. He beat Randy Couture. He destroyed Frank Mir. He's about to fight again. Yet these stupid fanboys seem to want Brock Lesnar in the WWE to fight one tiny little guy after another, and they want it to be like a 50-50 match. I mean, are they out of their freaking minds? How do they expect the casual fans to buy into that for even a second? Imagine if Andre the Giant was in his prime. Andre the Giant, he's in his prime. And I'm like, you know who I think should fight Andre the Giant? Daniel Bryan. And then after that, I want Rey Mysterio to fight Andre the Giant. And then after that, I want Spike Dudley to fight Andre the Giant. And then after that, I want Hornswoggle to fight Andre the Giant. And it's... Why the hell am I sending one tiny little guy after another to Andre the Giant? That makes no damn sense. But that's what these fanboys seem to want for Brock Lesnar. Why the hell was Finn Balor even the challenger to Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble anyhow? I mean, he won a 4-way match to get that spot, but wait a minute. If Braun Strowman was the #1 contender for the Royal Rumble and he couldn't make it, shouldn't that spot go to the #2 contender? Wait a minute. Are you telling me that there's no #2 contender? Are you telling me that the WWE doesn't have a formal ranking system? Well, if the WWE doesn't have a ranking system, then why is anyone even wrestling? I mean, if I'm a wrestler on Raw and there's no ranking system, then why am I even wrestling the match? I would just jump out the ring and it's a count out, right? If there's no ranking system, most matches on Raw and SmackDown should be forfeits and countouts because there's no reason to wrestle the match. No reason to take the bumps. No video about the state of wrestling would be complete without mentioning the stupid fanboys supporting this garbage. The fanboys supporting this nonsensical WWE product. The fanboys supporting the garbage coming out of various indie promotions. Because these fanboys, they like this shit. They like the invisible fireballs, the penis suplexes, the dance routines, the fighting stuffed animals where the stuffed animal fights back. They think that Brock Lesnar versus all these tiny little indie wrestlers is perfectly believable wrestling. They think that Carmella going from Miss Money to a Glow Girl is perfectly fine storytelling. They think that Becky Lynch makes for a perfectly believable tough person. They think the women's revolution is organic. Hey look, 81% of voters think that the women's match between Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch should main event over Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. That the fans want the women's match to main event. That means the women's revolution is organic, right? It's not forced at all, right? That poll, in my opinion, is manipulative. It's designed to get people to vote for the women's match. Because Seth Rollins, he's no Stone Cold. He's no Rock. In my opinion, he's nothing more than a mid-carder with that nasally voice. Wow. Grand Slam Rollins sure has a nice ring to it. Of course people are going to vote for the women's match. That's like me saying, what match would you rather main event at WrestleMania? Trish Stratus versus Lita? Or Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Disco Inferno? Of course you're going to vote for the women's match. What match do you want to main event WrestleMania? Trish Stratus versus Lita? Or Hulk Hogan versus the Red Rooster? It's set up to get you to vote for the women's match. And in my opinion, that's what this poll is trying to do. It's trying to get people to want a women's match to main event WrestleMania. But back to the fanboys, in my opinion, they are out of their minds and totally disconnected with the mainstream fan base. The mainstream fan base, in my opinion, this product is impossible for them to follow, right? The product looks like it's being written by like 10 different people who are not coordinating with each other, so everything's all over the place, and the wrestlers look like they have split personalities, and the storylines are all over the place and make no sense. I mean, I already talked about Miss Money to Glow Girl, Bludgeon Brother to Environmentalist with almost no transition. The Miz was an asshole for all that time, and now he's Mr. Family Man and apologizing for stuff? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, Ronda Rousey at Elimination Chamber destroys Ruby Riott. It's a squash match. She destroys Ruby Riott. But the next night on Raw, for some reason, Ruby Riott gets a rematch, and now she's like a big challenge again. How the hell does that make any sense? How the hell does the casual fan follow this shit? In my opinion, this product makes no sense, and the only people that follow can support this product are fanboys who they themselves also make no sense. Okay, let's say there's an elimination chamber between Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker, and Triple H. Now let's say The Undertaker can't wrestle, so he's pulled from the match, and at the last second, Devon Dudley from the Dudley Boys is put in the match. Now, at Elimination Chamber, Devon Dudley really steps up to the plate and puts on a great show, and he's the last one eliminated. So, does that mean that Devon Dudley should now main event WrestleMania? Should the main event of WrestleMania now be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Devon Dudley from the Dudley Boys? Of course not! That makes no sense! But that's what these fanboys want for Kofi Kingston. They're completely out of their minds, right? Mustafa Ali walks onto SmackDown, and all of a sudden these fanboys want him to be the face of the company. It's like people barely even know the guy, and these fanboys already want him to be the top guy. They're out of their minds. It's almost like proper build-up, proper storytelling, and proper character development mean nothing for these fanboys. They're okay with just pulling a guy out of nowhere and sticking him in the main event because they like him. Oh, Marty Jannetty, he's a great worker. He can legitimately put on a good match. So let's just pull Marty Jannetty from his tag team and stick him in the main event with Hulk Hogan. Does that make sense? Of course it makes no sense. None of it makes any sense. The WWE makes no sense, and neither do their fanboys.